Now, what if I were a beatboxer and I wanted to do a simple rhythm like Tarzan, 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 Tarzan? What do you think a beatboxer would do to a rhythm like that? You know what beatboxers are? Yeah, exactly. So let's say I had two sounds. I had sh, ba, right? So I could go sh, ba, 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 sh, ba, ba. I say ba, boo, ba, boo, sh, ba, boo, ba, boo, ba, boo, sh, ba, boo, ba, boo, ba. If I had three sounds, I could go ba, sh, boom, sh, boom, sh, ba, ba, sh, boom, sh, boom, sh, ba, ba, sh, boom, sh, boom, sh, ba. Well, even though it's still Tarzan, 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 I'm orchestrating it with two voices, or three voices, or four voices. And so what happens is not every voice, these voices are being split up between the notes, and that creates the sound of a small orchestra. So the rhythms don't have to be complicated, the orchestration can be complicated. And yet, since there's a different sound on each beat, they don't get confused, or they don't blur together into a big like me trying to make brownies. They just get a big mush that goes into all they do is burn. They can't make brownies. So it's getting the right amount of water, the right amount of dry and wet, so you get exactly the right consistency of the dough, so it can rise and you can make goodness. Right? Same thing here. Tarzan, Tarzan could have been him, and he could come in on the drum. So let's try that. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you go Tarzan. Now that's a little bit more interesting than the bow thing, right? Let's get you to do the drums and you to do the Tarzan. So 1, 2, ready, go. Drum. Rest. Drum. Tarzan, drum. Rest. Tarzan. Rest. Drum. Tarzan. See what I mean? That's orchestration. We haven't really done a lot with the rhythm, but we've orchestrated between the two instruments. If we had 3 instruments, for instance, I'll clap, you do the second beat, you do the last beat. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So even though we're all playing only one beat, the difference in the timbre creates interest. So if I were to lay that down as my first track and then lay these guys down as my second track, we'd have 5 instruments playing and they wouldn't get muddy. They wouldn't be on top of each other all the time. Okay, now here's what I want you to do. I want, let's see, let's get Bob and Tony and Paul and Mary out into the center. Let me pick up my code words here. And what I want you guys to do is, Angel, could you get them pencil and paper? The 4 of them. Thank you. These are great to do. You just make out 8 drums, 8 Tarzans, 8 alligators, 8 rests, and then you can just shuffle them up and just throw them out randomly. And whatever comes up, you got to do something with it. First thing is play the whole rhythm, and then try orchestrating it with 2 different sounds. Then try with 3 different sounds. And you'll see when you get 2 or 3 sounds going, it's fairly sophisticated and it gets interesting sounding. Okay, so the 4 people I picked, you can use the pencil and paper. And the 4 people I didn't pick, also get pencil and paper.
Wow.
That's yours, write it down. Don't let anyone else see it. This is the magic magic card trick. Okay, got it. Do that one for me. Can you do that?
Guess what they are.
Yeah.
I don't want to handle this thing.
Can you do alligator?
But it's kind of,
Write that down, that's yours.
can't just whack it.
Okay, now what you guys are going to do is you're going to sit down and you're going to be drum circle. You need a chair.
I don't know, I guess so.
If you're like me, you get down and you can't get up.
I'm not
Oh,
quite fantasy.
I am that. I am that disabled. I'm quite proud. Okay, now here's the thing of the, we're going to do an improv, and I want you all when you come in to come in with just drum, 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 and then sometime after you've entered, I want you to move to the code word I gave you. Okay? You can play the code word or you can play drum, 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 nothing else. And it's important you stick to it. Now, here's what happens. You guys out there, you got to listen to each one of these persons individually as it's happening and try to hear the code words that they're creating and write them down. So we have an M for Mary, we have a P for Paul, we have a T for Tony, and we have a B for Bob. Now, if you guys are really clear, just stick to your code word, they'll get it. But if you're not clear about your code words, we'll see how creatively they interpreted what you did. Okay. I'll start the pulse, and then you just come in one at a time. Don't come in all together. We'll start with Mary coming in with just drum, drum. Each one of you come in with a drum, 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 drum.
Pass the drum around?
No, you're all going to play it once in a jam. Percussion jam, just like we did last week. Only I've given you written material.
I don't mean to be ignorant and ask, but when do we start playing what you gave us?
When you want to.
When you want to?
Yeah, when you want to. But I suggest you enter the piece with drum,
Drum,
drum, drum,
Okay.
drum, 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 drum. Because all you guys, you got to start breathing together and get your beat going. The one of you might be a genius and just come in wailing, and the others are lost. So, the idea is establish the pulse. After the pulse has been established, and you're all clear that you got it going, then you start adding your own little thing. And these people out here are going to have to focus on just one person for a while, and then try to focus on another and another, so keep your thing going. Don't all play all at once all the time. One of the ways to make it sound interesting is just back off and go back to playing drum, 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 or don't play at all. And then come back in with your figure later, okay? These people out here have to get it. I don't want you doing too much improvising. This is just about reading music. Okay? You ready? You ready?